Hi everyone, today I'm with Professor Eileen Shell, who is a writing professor here at Syracuse University. She's been with the university for 18 years, starting in 1996, and today I am here with her to talk about Syracuse University being ranked the #1 party school in the nation. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
So for first question, I just wanted to know, what do you think that this ranking is going to do? Is it going to leave like a negative image on the school?
I think any ranking can have a positive or negative
Mm-hmm.
effect, and I think being ranked the #1 party school
Mm-hmm.
could have the effect of people saying, "Oh, great, I want to go there,"
Mm-hmm.
and then parents or people who are helping pay the tuition bill, and even students themselves could say, "I don't know if this is a serious university. I'm not sure about that." Hopefully, people will look at the fact that it's a for-profit corporation issuing that ranking and really think about what it means.
Mm-hmm.
If it's motivated by anything, what's it based on, how many students actually did indicate through their survey responses that it really is the #1 party school. So I think it could be positive or negative.
Mm-hmm. If you weren't a professor here and if you were just a regular mother and your child was a senior in high school, would you question about sending your kid here once you saw like the schools on the ranking?
Yeah,
on the
I,
ranking
I
list?
tend to be more of a critical consumer of rankings. I always look at them and think it's providing me with some information, but who's giving me the ranking? Why does it exist? And I think that rankings are just one piece of data that you can look at. I would look more widely at the reputation of the program over time, what the academic area was, what my child wanted to study, what are the faculty like. I would want to visit the campus and meet with my child and meet the representatives of the university and look at the facilities and hopefully meet with the department chair. And it's a big decision where you're going to go to college. It's a lot of money. So hopefully it becomes more about the place and the connections and the relationships and the academic possibilities and less about, oh, it's a party school because this corporation said it was.
Mm-hmm. I met with someone in the admissions office, and they said that the number of people visiting the school actually hasn't changed.
Okay.
And when they had a group visiting last week, only like one person mentioned it out of like everyone. Like it's not like a really big talk out of all the things that could be happening. But if you were a donor, like if you were a regular donor, would this situation make you say, maybe I won't give my money here anymore?
I would certainly want to know more. If I were giving my money and my precious resources to the campus, I would want to know what it was going toward. But I would hope as a donor I was already funding things I believed in and that I thought were important. And the thing is, when you fund an academic program or a building, you're funding something that's lasting. And I don't think the party school ranking would change it one way or another. If you were funding some kind of center where it was clear that you funding it was going to be influenced by the quality of the students, maybe you'd have questions. But I don't really think I would be too influenced by that. I would want to know why we got the ranking that we did, and I would want to know more information about how that ranking happened and what it's going to mean for the long-term future. Like if I'm putting my money into it beyond sending a son or daughter or something like that, I would really want to know what am I paying for. And so I guess I would ask questions, but I would hope that whatever I was funding was something that I thought would be important regardless. And I think if you're a alum of an institution, even if that institution is going through ill fortune or having some challenges, you still stand by your institution, hopefully, if you had a good experience and you're not a fair weather friend.
Very true. Like being that you've been here for 18 years, have you seen any like dramatic changes, you think, like throughout like the campus or like the students? I don't know if you're like walking maybe somewhere down Euclid on a Friday.
Oh,
or
the
something.
party, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there's always been a strong presence of house parties on Euclid and the streets near the university where people are living in the houses, the rental houses. So that's always been apparent. I saw that from the time on. I moved actually to a place, an apartment that when I first got here with my husband, we lived about 1.25 miles from campus. Right past the Westcott line, and that's always where we
people hang out still too.
So we did notice that, and certainly I used to walk to campus back and forth or ride my bike, and yeah, I would definitely see students partying, and then if you were out there on a Friday or Saturday night, you saw students walking around, crazy stuff, throwing up in the bushes, whatever.
Oh my gosh.
But I have to say, every college campus I've ever been on that has a residential component,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
going to see that party culture no matter what.
Yeah, no matter where you go.
I think Mayfest is the day when, I don't know, I mean, it's changed now, but it used to be that Mayfest, the university's, day of student learning, when students would just go party on Euclid, that was where I saw it the most. And that was, if you took footage of that and you saw that, and that was the only day you came to Syracuse University, you would definitely call it the #1 party school. But if you're here at other times, if you're here at other times, you're going to see everything that you would see at a college campus on any day. You're going to see students studying. You're going to the same time that the parties are going on Euclid on the weekends. There's students in the library.
It's very true.
And there's students working jobs. They might be in the bar serving drinks. They might be working on campus. So I really think the student body of Syracuse University is doing a lot of things with their time outside the classroom, that it isn't all about the party culture. I think anytime you have prominent sports teams and a fairly large population, there's going to be a certain segment of the school that is really into the partying. But there's also the fact that people's partying tends to be clustered on certain days or nights. Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. Those are the party times at most college campuses.
Yeah, not just here, everywhere.
And some students have Friday classes, a lot of students don't. So Thursday night becomes sort of the de facto start of the weekend.
Yeah, I remember on Mayfest, I was walking around. We tried to go into the library because they have the Pages Cafe, so we wanted to get something to eat, and they would not let anybody that was not like with a book bag into the library because they knew that there were people in there doing work, and they didn't want those people being disturbed. And we were like, we just want to eat, and they wouldn't let us in. But
that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, they had like DPS surrounding the library. It was pretty funny.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So now that it's moved on to Walnut, where you have like that enclosed area.
Yeah, because that's like
right. Yeah, that's
before,
the new,
and the dome it's like at night. So yeah, I just thought that was funny. But I know we've been talking a lot about the Advocacy Center in class and everything. So how do you think that maybe closing now, how's that going to affect, like, if more people, now that we are ranked #1 in partying, if more people are out and say something happens and we get in a sexual situation?
Yeah, I hope that the reputation of the school isn't going to bring more cases of sexual assault to the campus. I don't know if there will be any correlation to that or not, but I think the important issue behind that is that anyone who's going through sexual assault as a student or graduate student on campus has support, and I think the Advocacy Center was an important component of that support. So I'm not pleased that the Chancellor integrated the Advocacy Center into the Counseling Center, and I think many students aren't pleased about that. So I don't know if we're going to see any correlation between the party school moniker and sexual assault cases, but whatever the case may be, the Advocacy Center was really important to students, and I think hopefully the university and the administration can find a way to bring back some components of it or make more visible how the new system is really providing not only counseling but advocacy.
Yeah, that's definitely important. So hopefully, if anything big happens, we will be informed of it some way in the next couple of weeks.
I hope
or like months, years.
Yeah, the working group that he assembled is going to be a group that's going to keep us informed about what the new steps will be to make this a better environment for sexual assault survivors.
We can only hope.
We can hope.
Thank you very much
You're
for
welcome.
your time today.
Thanks. Your friend was